Okay, I've got more tea, I got some cola balls to eat. And there are facehuggers. Of course there are facehuggers. There's always bloody facehuggers. Where are ya? Yeah, miserable little shit. Get out of here. Get out. Don't know how I survived that first blast, but no more. Never anymore. Sick of you miserable little shits everywhere. You don't want any space wang. I'm into that round here. Don't know why I keep bothering to check the motion tracker. It's absolutely pointless. There aren't even words for how pointless. Ooh, look at that. More shotgun shells. Which I can't use because I'll most likely summon the adult xenomorphs. You're kidding me, right? Where are you, little shit? Yeah. Get out! Making me waste all this flame fuel I newly acquired. Dude, I had like 200, fuels, or whatever the measurement here. Milliliters, maybe? I don't know. Point is, I had quite a bit, and now I don't. Not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. Need to get all the way over there. This is a completely new area, apparently. Not like an area that's been converted. This is somewhere I just genuinely haven't been to before, apparently. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Speaking of being a thing... God damn it. I guess I'm not going this way, then. So I can climb the wall, Spider-Man style. Nope. Game says no. Game says no. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, I don't mind. I mean, this has surely got to be the end. Actually, we haven't actually... we haven't actually seen a queen at all. Yet here we are in another nest. I mean, I'm presuming even if there was one, she would have been destroyed, but perhaps not. Or she was never there to begin with. Perhaps this is where she is, if she exists at all in this universe. Perhaps this is going to be the big final showdown against Mama Alien. Make Mama Ripley proud, you know? Flare. Why am I getting so many flares? They are absolutely useless. They do quite literally nothing. They don't distract the alien, they don't distract the facehugger. I haven't come across a single actual use for a flare in this game yet. Apart from that, oh, piss off. You know, that brief second where you don't have a torch yet. It's the only use I've come across for the flare at all. It's been very disheartening in that regard. I tried using it in the Crew Expendable DLC to see if you could like distract the alien by creating a secondary heat source, but nope, doesn't even look at the thing. So yeah, quite genuinely pointless. As far as I could tell, perhaps that's the idea. Perhaps it's supposed to allow you to create a light source that won't attract the creature. I don't know. I don't think the regular torch actually attracts the xenomorph either. I might be talking out my bum, but I'm pretty sure that you're oh, you son of a bitch. Get out of here. Oh my god, it's Larry Ammo. Where's Curly? You saw nothing. Nothing! Although, again, that makes me concerned. Are they ignoring me because they genuinely didn't see me? Or are they ignoring me because I've already been implanted and thus are no longer of any real concern? They don't care where I go at this point. Just waiting for me to get bursted. They'll leap out with little hats on going, Mazel tov! It's a worm thing. Destroys my innards. Ooh, destroyed train car. Now that is grim. This has been our place of safety throughout the entire game, the train car. Walking through one that's destroyed, that is kind of disheartening. Speaking of disheartening, so many eggs. Or at least some of them are on fire, so there's always that, right? Okay, where the hell am I going? Can't go into the fire, so I presume I'm going to have to go through the door here. That is pretty much my only option at this point. And I just got signal lost, didn't I? I've just noticed. Oh, come on! What did we ever do to you? Ow. You actually lose health for that. Okay. What would happen if I'd already been at low health? Would I have died instantly the moment that crash occurred? Would I just not have taken 8 damage? It's like some sort of limiter on it that prevents you from taking your final HP, perhaps. I'd certainly bloody well hope so. Not counting on it, but I'd hope so. So little flame fuel left again. Just enough to make the brothers free. Clear off at least once. Ooh. Oh. Perfect. I say perfect. I'd still prefer a lot more than what I've currently got, but I'll stick with this for now. Take the flame. The welding helmet. That seems like it'd be useful. to avoid space wangs, if nothing else. So I'm still concerned that we're going to get all the way to the end of this game, only for poor Amanda here to get chest bursted. So, I mean, I know we've already been told, thanks to aliens, that she died of old age, but considering that movie is essentially non-canon for the purposes of this game, all bets are off, really. So I've been going through most of this assuming that we're following that idea, but I reread some of the articles and such, and apparently, yeah, anything after the first movie is not being taken into consideration here.
Just let me make it through here.
Really? After all we've seen? A train? A train is what scares you, really? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure trains can be quite scary. I mean, I watched a lot of Thomas the Tank as a kid, and some of those things are absolutely terrifying with their faces, but just in general, I don't think trains are all that intimidating. Back in trains. Or train yards, train station, you know what I mean? It takes me back to my condemned days. That's why lucky we'll come across even Thomas beating a xenomorph to death with his bare hands. Or shouting it to death. If later games are to be believed. I'm quite interested actually, using that resonance voice attack thing on a xenomorph. Being, an exoskeleton creature, watching it sort of explode. Like some sort of acidic firework. Be kinda cool. No? I'm not going that way. Oh, now I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Why am I on fire? No, seriously, why the fuck is Ripley on fire? What was that about? That made no sense. I walked near a source of heat. Not even into the fire, but just near it. And then after I'd already walked away from it, suddenly I caught light. What the hell? I mean, I know the PS3 version has trouble processing things accurately, but even so, that was bloody terrible. No matter how you look at it. I'm trying to make sure I'm not going to run over by a train when I'm doing this. Anytime soon. Jesus Christ. Hello.
Too close.
It's just ignoring the barriers these days. That's the thing, apparently.
Too close.
Okay, I'm with you on that word, but you can quite... I'm not going to object to you shitting yourself about that. That was legit. You did almost get squished. Any closer, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich. Shut the fuck up, Barry. Nobody likes you. Seriously, I've never understood the Barry Burden love. Man tried to murder you. Betrayed you. Oh, but they had his family hostage. Yeah, ultimately, apparently it didn't matter. He still helped you out in the end anyway, so I call bullshit on that. Just saying. God, readings everywhere. So many creepy crawlies. It's not good. Because I don't have the motion tracker, I can't tell if there's a train coming or not. So I can't hear anything either, which really isn't helping me right now. I know I've got to get somewhere to my right, but... Oh, fuck. Ah! Son of a bitch. What is this? Tomb Raider? We get it. Ripley can endure a lot of punishment. Stop taking perverse delight in beating her up. With inanimate objects, no less, now. Wasn't it bad enough we got dragged through the vents? By bloody Larry. And possibly impregnated too. Without being beaten around by bloody trains. Alright. Go. 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 Assume the worst. Go. Yes. To relative safety. Really, who can say fairer at this point? I could really do with more flame fuel though. Especially if I'm going to be facing yet more bloody facehuggers. About, attracting Larry in the process. Yep. Bunch of eggs. Nope. 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 Yeah, you stay over there. I didn't even realise until I looked at some of the props from the original film that the legs of the facehuggers actually have fingernails. It's actually like an added extra layer of creepiness that you notice only after you've watched the film a lot of times, or, like I say, you look at the props online. All sorts of bad. Did you also learn recently as well that the chest burst scene in the original film, that was actually, believe it or not, the scene that got the film greenlighted. You'd expect something like that to be the thing that, the executives had trouble with. But they found the idea so bizarrely fascinating that, like I say, is what actually got them the gig. So they found the idea so visceral and intensive and evocative. They decided, why the hell not? It's grotesque, but it's the It's the endearing, compelling sort of grotesque. Which, at the risk of making myself seem incredibly old, I think modern horror films have kind of forgot the point of. Gore and splatter it's not spectacle, it's supposed to be... How can I put this? It's supposed to be something that draws the audience in. Not something they go there specifically to see, if you take my meaning. That's just my opinion, I know, but... Damn it, it's a good opinion. The risk of self-aggrandizing. Fuck. Two facehuggers on a date! No! Try to distract me with the one of them. I saw what you were doing there, game. Jesus Christ. Just out for a scuttle, were we, lads? Out hitting the town? See if we can find some fresh young thing with an open face. God damn it. I saw you scurrying over there. I don't think I didn't. Not fooled in the slightest. Ripley's not into this shit, yo. At least not from aliens, anyway. You know, I assume I'm making many assumptions here, I know. Right, through the port cutlass. Yes, there we go. Once the game catches up, at least, anyway. Yes, I'm going to keep tracking... Yeah, keep looking at the motion tracker, even though it is completely pointless. Take any bets on how far this thing's going to fall the moment I drop onto it? Ripley's not exactly heavy, but... Right, ladder. Go. What? Wait, no, seriously, what? Why did I suddenly fall off the ladder? That made no sense. I was quite securely on it, and then for absolutely no reason, I suddenly fell off it. Well, actually, I got off it, and then the thing fell. You know what I mean? The point is, it was kind of nonsensical for what happened to happen. Where do I go? Ah, there we go. Get out of here before I die.
Marlene, are you there? Please tell me.
A humiliating panic attack in this cupboard. Oh, right, yes. I attached you, didn't
What do
I?
you need me to do?
Get out the airlock and EVA over to the maintenance platform. There are explosive bolts on the emergency release. Hurry! Sebastopol is going fast.
Won't let you down.
You know, unless an alien creature explodes from my chest, killing me in the midst of attempting to save you. I think I couldn't be faulted on that one. I think even an insurance company would rule that as, no fault of my own. Possibly, maybe, perhaps they'd relegate it to unsafe lifestyle practice. Try to imply that Ripley deliberately made out with the facehugger. These people are slippery. They're the true evil of any situation, especially in a corporate setting, which of course Weyland-Yutani is a big part thereof. Right. Medkit. Definitely want the medkits. All the goddamn medkits. Okay. Giant coil of wire for no particular reason. Dead android. Got jangles every... Oh, piss off. Nowhere near that bloody fire. No, come on, I'm literally nowhere near the goddamn fire. You all saw that. Oh, it's nowhere near that fire. I should not be taking damage or... Oh, fuck. Don't you dare kill me. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. I mean it. The fuck was that about? Why did I suddenly catch fire? Oh, so angry. Relatively speaking here. I'm half tempted just to go screw it and peg it. I mean, what's the creature going to do to me at this point? It's scared of fire anyway. It's not coming after me, we know that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Giant Chitter's Monstrosity 1 moment. Touch of fire. About as butchered an ice skater's friend. Perhaps this time we don't stare lovingly at the helmet, Ripley. Perhaps this time we just put the damn suit on. No, she has to do it. It's part of her routine. It'll affect her OCD badly if she doesn't. Just gotta polish that helmet first, I respect that in a girl. Okay. Okay. Do I get control yet, or just my camera angle just randomly tilted in 3 or 4 different directions? Anytime now, yeah? Oh good, we're loading the outside, presumably. It could take a while. Because we're out in space! Eventually. Oh no, we're not even in space yet. Are we? No we are. Right, yeah we are. We're out here in space. Ouch. You know, at the risk of being a negative Nancy, surely the Torrens with, you know, an intergalactic space drive could pull free of that comparatively flimsy piece of metal. Not about, I mean, I imagine there'd be damage to the outer airlock, but it could be done, surely. So again, I suppose when you're flying in space, you don't really want to risk any damage to the outer hull if you can absolutely avoid it, but even so, crashing face first into a gas giant, probably going to be more damaging than risking scratching the paintwork by tearing away from the maintenance rig, you know? I shouldn't really complain, it's giving me a chance to actually escape. Although, come to think of it, the Torrens has been attached to Sevastopol for God knows how long now. I don't know how long Ripley was out. Yeah, I joked about it earlier, but the more I think about it, that has literally been God knows how long. And I only saw one of the aliens. No, I only saw, you know what I mean? I only saw 2 of them. The third one wasn't there in the nest. Which means there's been plenty of time for the sneaky little goit to clamber his way along all this piping and force his way into the outer airlock. That troubles me. That troubles me greatly. I mean, we've literally just spoken to Verlaine, and she didn't mention being in trouble in that regard, so it's possible that even if the creature's on board, it's not active at the moment, it's hiding. Which, believe it or not, could be a good thing. I don't know. Well, I suppose it depends where it's hiding, in fact. We all know how well that went on the Nostromo. If it's still somewhere in the general vicinity of the airlock, I could potentially just leave the door open and try and flush to get back out into space. Send me to go join Sinclair at the heart of the gas giant.
Mechanisms to unlock the manual release. I see them.
Oh, come on, really? All this time and I'm back to playing minigames again. What the? First, you must pull this lever. Pull this lever to receive the keycard. Once you receive the keycard, you may activate the primer. The primer will activate the main control panel. The main control panel will activate the security minigame. The security minigame will activate the switch that you must then throw to actively solve the puzzle. No? I'm going to be a bit generous. All I've literally got to do is jam the keycard in. I'm not complaining. Well, I am complaining because I don't want to even have to do this, really. If I'm quite honest with you. I'd rather just get the fuck on with it at this point. I mean, you kind of lost the sense of manic tension you were building when you forced me to go back and endure another nest sequence. That broke the pace and got rid of the sense of, you know, tension and rush I should be feeling right now, since there was enough time for yet another sequence to be thrown in. Oh, right, okay. To actually push buttons and do things. Very, very slowly and 4 times in a row, of course. Again, I know it comes back. This is basically a nod back to the first film. This entire sequence here right now, but it kind of lacks the sense of tension. This has been done, like, much earlier. With, like, one or more of the xenomorphs actively patrolling around the outside of the station. So you have to, you know, activate a thing, have a good look around to make sure there's nothing nearby, activate the next one, so on and so forth. That might have been a better idea than just leaving me to sit here and push buttons over and over and over. It was essentially a completely safe environment. I mean, we already know that the xenomorphs aren't out here. That's again where actually seeing one of them scurrying across the outside of the station the last time we did a spacewalk would have been good for building tension for the scene. It would have let us know that the potential for danger is here. You know? Wow. Apparently Hans Zimmer's outside. Oop. I'm tumbling around the place for no discernible reason. Whatever. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Oh, there's Larry and Mo. Where's Curly? Oh, he is here. Oh, never mind, then all three of them are here, so... Torrens is set. Push the damn button, Ripley! See ya! Ripley's in space! Or not. Whatever. Piss off, Trophy. Just ruining the moment. As bloody always. Oh, the screen tear! Oh, that's nasty, the screen tearing. Oh, the horror! The horror! No, there goes Sevastopol. Hope there was nobody left alive on that. Other than the thousands of survivors, of course. But we survived. Not exactly a heroic ending, but we won. So why am I getting a loading screen instead of like a final cutscene? Oh, please don't. Please don't go Lord of the Rings on me again. And go, but wait, that wasn't the end either. There's still more gameplay. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I mean, in general, I've liked this game, but it really, really has overstayed its welcome at this point. God fucking damn it.
I'm on my way up to the bridge.
Of course, there's more bloody gameplay. And what is there to do? Stations burned and destroyed. Even now it is absolute glitchiest. There shouldn't be anything left at this point. Station's gone, everything's destroyed. That should be it. Everything's gone. The day is saved, we're fine. Wait, no, that's the wrong way. That's the way back to the hyperspace chambers. Those are locked. Why are you forcing me to go to the bridge, game?
Verlaine?
Do I even want to know? Oh, you're shitting me. How? No, I'm calling bullshit on that. You made a point of showing there were only 3 of them left. How did it get on board? There was no damage to the airlock or any else of the ship. There were no, panic messages indicating there was a creature on board. No nothing. Unless... No! Sinclair, you son of a bitch. Just stay bloody dead. You don't want you like an overly clingy ex. I think you need to give Ripley her space. Piss off, Trophy. Wait, what? Oh, I smell sequel bait right there. Who do the mysterious lights belong to? Find out next time in Alien Isolation Part 2! God damn it. Okay, I think that was finally it though. Unless there's a post-credit sequence, which I wouldn't put it past them at all. But yeah, that's it. That is Alien Isolation. What is there to say about Alien Isolation? Well, overall I did like it. I mean, it was a nice mix. I mean, I think the developers sort of lied about their totally unique experience, unpredictable AI stuff, because I mean, there were quite clearly cases where there were predetermined set pieces that would guarantee an appearance of the alien. Which I can understand the purpose of. I mean, once you understand that you can basically avoid the alien ever dropping by just walk crouching, if there weren't pre-scripted sequences that forced you to actually evade him, you could go through the entire game never even seeing the damn thing, which wouldn't necessarily be bad, per se, but Wouldn't make it very replayable in that regard, would it? But yeah, I'm of two minds as to whether or not I actually like the fact that, as I say, as long as you move around everywhere in a crouch, you can avoid the creature dropping. I mean, yes, it forces you to be very aware of what you're doing, but once you fully internalize the fact that the creature won't appear as long as you do that, the fear sort of drops off pretty sharply. So perhaps I shouldn't be so against the idea of the few pre-scripted sequences that force you to actually engage with the creature. Well, even those can be broken. I mean, there are some of them where the alien just won't go away, it keeps patrolling and tracking you, especially towards the end of the game. But a lot of the early ones, you can convince it to, bugger off back into the ceiling, and then just go back to walk crouching and it won't drop again. You're done. I suppose that's what makes the alien encounters after the death of the first one, the one like, called Sinclair, stand out a bit more. Because the alien, at that stage of the game, is just far, far more persistent. And I'm still curious as to whether or not on, machines with, better hardware, whether or not you'd actually get multiple aliens at that point or not. Since the game makes a point of showing you that there are indeed multiple aliens. I mean, that could have been even more terrifying if there were like two of them stomping around. Or perhaps one of them would, go on a pre-scripted path back and forth, and the other one would have the unpredictable AI thing actually working. So you've got one that is fairly easy to avoid just by memorizing its pattern, and the other one that may drop down if you start making too much noise and such. So, yeah, overall I liked it. I mean, the story was a little bit thin. There was a lot of cases where you expected to care for characters that you'd basically never seen. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not that they couldn't decide whether or not to actually make Taylor, outright evil or not. I mean, she was obviously leaning that way in what she was talking about with Marlowe and securing the specimen and blah blah blah. But she was such an incompetent, low-level evil that you couldn't even really hate her. Not to mention, as I say, you barely even talked to the wench, so there was always that. Same thing was my issue with Simmons? I can't remember his damn name. The android. Samuels, that's the one. Thank you, credits. Yeah, that was my problem there. It's like, I have absolutely no reason to care about. I mean, we get the obvious impression that you're supposed to be, you're supposed to mean something to Amanda, but you haven't really had enough interactions to figure out what that is or why we, the audience, should care. So his sort of very, very forced heroic sacrifice in the reformatting chamber is kind of, especially after the game makes you rush around pulling leads, under the impression you're doing so to prevent him from dying. So you're left with the annoyance that such sequences where the failure stage is what you have to earn to progress. It's never a good way of doing games, in my opinion, forced failure states. It's something that I think generally has been slowly exercised out of games, and I really don't want to see it come back. Everyone remembers those PS1 era games where you'd spend hours being forced to win a fight, only to have yourself, damn near beaten to death in a cutscene. Which makes, forcing you to actually go through the fight and win it seem utterly pointless. Same case with that wire pulling puzzle. What's the point in forcing me to go around, yank out all the wires correctly, if it doesn't matter? Oh well. I mean, we've got the thing with the nest sequence, I'm of two minds about. I really think the game would have been stronger if they'd avoided actually bringing multiple aliens, if they kept things short. And perhaps you just had like the one alien, but then after you've got rid of Sinclair, perhaps have you discover the nest it was making. With the intimation, you find like a body. Or if you wanted to go for that way, even a couple of bodies, but only one that's actually been chest bursted. And then give Ripley the duty of putting it together and burning the other folk before they have chance to produce more xenomorphs. With you then desperately trying to hunt down the offspring before it actually grows to size. That would have been a better epilogue as far as I'm concerned. It could even result in you having to destroy the entire station. Because you can't track the creature down, it's just going to start all over again. I don't know. So that would actually make more sense for Marlowe's bizarre sacrifice thing as well. If, like I say, you got rid of the first creature, and then, you know, everything seems okay, and then he finds out that there's another one on the station that's hiding and growing, and things are going to start all over again. That would make more sense for him to have his little freak out after discovering that, and then try to destroy everyone, to make sure this one will never grow to full size. That would be a better story arc for this character as well. Speaking of story arcs, I still can't get over the nonsense of the Nostromo logs just randomly scattered around the station. For absolutely no reason. Seriously, why the hell was there a confidential piece of information in like the security station in the food court? Why? Or in the backup medical bay? Again, why? It makes no sense for any of that stuff to be there. To me, if it wasn't for the fact that they've obviously tried to scatter it around the station to reward exploration as like an Easter egg, but it's supposed to be a main feature of the game. It's a key point of the story, the logs of the Nostromo, so you can't use a key point of story as an Easter egg at the same time. It doesn't work. I don't think they handled that very well, is what I'm saying. Oh well. Overall, it's alright. The alien, when it's working as intended, definitely bloody terrifying. The way it just appears out of nowhere, because like I say, it is actively hunting you. That is creepy as shit. It is brilliant. I think if the game had been perhaps a little shorter, I actually think it probably should have been a bit more liberal in having situations where the alien is guaranteed to drop. Just to keep you on your toes, you know. Not to leave you with the impression I had, where I went for literally like hours at a time without ever even seeing the damn thing, because I figured out I just had to stay crouched when I moved around. It would never detect me and drop. So yeah, shorter game, tighten up the story arcs a bit more, spend a bit more time actually explaining why your characters give a damn about each other and why the audience should therefore give a damn about them. And, oh yeah, pick an ending and stick with it. That is my ultimate review of this. Avoid Lord of the Rings syndrome. Don't just keep constantly going, oh but wait, and forcing the player to then spend another couple of hours after you've already led the story to what seems like a conclusion. You can sort of get away with doing that once, which is what sort of happened after the death of the first alien, and the discovery of the nest. There should have been an ending to, following on from the discovery of the nest. That should have been it. A relatively short sequence. Not this whole, and the nest is destroyed, it's ending, but wait, no, some survived, yet more gameplay for several hours, etc, etc. That, especially that bizarre choice at the end to have you dragged through the vents to give the vague impression that Ripley might have been implanted, which breaks the pace of you desperately rushing to the ship and completely takes you out of that moment of tension and desperation. But like I say, avoiding the ending and stretching out yet another sequence of gameplay. They just, yet again, when you get on the torrents, it's, I don't know, just pick an ending and stick with what I'm saying. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye-bye.